everyone, I'm Jody and I'm back with another video for you. I will be doing the unboxing for Bargain Bead Box this month and I'm pretty excited about it because it's the first time I'm doing this. So be nice. I'm just kidding. You guys are always so nice to us and so nice to me, and I'm always just overwhelmed by all of your kindness and I appreciate how nice you are. So this month I have not opened it all the way yet. I did get it out of like the tissue paper because it's really crinkly and I know it gets really loud. But so I'm gonna go ahead and open all this up and I'm gonna turn you around and we're gonna go through it item by item, and then I wanna make something after. And since I haven't looked at everything and I haven't watched any unboxings yet, I want to attempt to make something just kind of in the moment. So who knows, maybe we'll find something really pretty to make. And I'm going to turn you around now. See you in a minute. All right, everyone, I am back and I am ready to talk all about the goodies that came in October's Bargain Bead Box. So this month it's called Falling Leaves. And so they say October is the peak of fall as green changes to orange and red. Carved green aventurine leaves represent the start of the season with pressed glass, carnelian, and crystal to mark the various colors of orange, yellow, and red as the leaves change. A high-quality set of brass and pewter findings in rose gold completes this autumnal palette. And they weren't kidding. This is gorgeous. Like, this is maybe not what I was thinking of for October, but I'm so glad because I've been using a lot of browns and reds, and I'm so happy to see these refreshing colors. So we're gonna go through this in a minute, but right now, I don't know if you know that if you're not a subscriber, or if you are a subscriber, you know this already, but if you're not and you want to do it or you're thinking about doing it, you can subscribe to the Bargain Bead Box, and when you get your shipment, you'll have the little list and paper that comes with it, and on that is your coupon code for 30% off your order at their sister store, Bead Box Bargains. And so you can use that coupon code all the way through November 30th, and you just use it and use it and use it till it expires. You don't have a limit. You're not limited to 3 times or whatever. You can use it every week if you want. So it's a great thing to take advantage of. There's also another couple things. So if you go to Bargain Bead Box Creative Corner on Facebook, you can join their group, which by the way is a phenomenal community, absolutely phenomenal community. Everyone there is so friendly, and the people who run their Facebook are very helpful and very, they answer a lot of questions. And you can share anything that you make with your October or whatever month Bargain Bead Box on there and let them know that it's for a contest submission, and it'll put you in a drawing for a $50 gift certificate to the Bead Box Bargain Store. So you can also send it to them through email, and you just email it to support@bargainbeadbox.com. So I think it's worth doing. It's literally $20 shipped to my door. And this month, this shipment, they said, is a total retail value of $74.84. That's huge. That's huge. I mean, where else would you get all this stuff for 20 bucks? And you don't have to leave to do it. All right, so we're gonna go through this list. The first thing on the list is a 30 by 22 millimeter green aventurine carved pendant leaf. And here it is. It's so pretty. And it's just, I don't know, it's just gorgeous. And I'm having a hard time seeing where mine's drilled. Oh, there it is. It's right there. I was having a hard time seeing that. So it's drilled right through here, so you can hang it like this. And it's really pretty. The back is flat, and well, flatter and smooth, but it really has a lot of dimension. So I think that it just kind of stands out. It's really pretty, but it would be really cute to wrap that, like wire wrap it, and I don't know, put that with something, but it's really pretty. So there's the first one. The second item is 2 pieces of 26 by 15 millimeter green aventurine carved leaf pendants with bails. So here they are. They are double-sided. One looks a little bit lighter than the other, and it doesn't matter to me. Like if I thought they'd make cute earrings, I wouldn't care if one was a little bit lighter color than the other. But then they also give you a couple bails here that you can use to hang them, like if you were doing a pendant or something. Mine are stuck together, but there we go. So just a couple rose gold bails that go with it, but they're really pretty. So there's that one. The next item is 6 millimeters green aventurine round beads, and they give you a 15-inch strand. This is such a big strand of beads, and they're so pretty. They're so pretty. And you know, I know everybody has like a favorite size bead. I kind of feel like 6 millimeter is my go-to. Like, I don't know, like I just think it's one of my favorites. So you got that. And then next is 8 millimeter green aventurine faceted round beads, 7.5 inches. So look at those facets, you guys. Look at that. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm kind of in love. Like I think I would date these. They're so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna put that one down, go on to the next one. The next is 10 millimeters carnelian matte round beads, dyed and heated, 7.5 inches. So I was looking at these as I was taking them out of the packages to show you guys, and the first one that caught my eye, where is he now? Where is that guy? Oh, right here. Look at those swirls. Can you see those? Look at that. And these are so pretty. And you have so many different shades. And I love carnelian. Carnelian is just, it's probably one of my favorites. And look at this one's kind of like real light on that side, and then on this side it's darker. I mean, it's just so cool. Yeah, look at the stripes on this one too. So pretty. All right, and then the next one is 7 millimeter hematite, synthetic hematite, rose gold nugget beads, 7.5 inches. So here they are, and they're really pretty. I really like these, and they have just kind of like this real shine to them, and it's so pretty. But you get quite a few. Yeah, I like that. And I like how they put the rose gold with this. I love rose gold, but I struggle making anything with it because I feel like I don't know what to put with it. And I know that sounds silly, but I really seriously feel like I have no idea what to put with rose gold. All right, so the next one is 4 pieces, approximately 14 by 10 millimeter frosted crackle agate barrels, dyed and heated. These are really cute. Look at all that crackle on there. Let me see, I can get a tray. Maybe it'll be better light here. So look at that, look how pretty those are. And I think barrel beads are really cool, and they're really fun to work with because you can put that little bead cap on the end. It just looks really cool. So there's the barrel beads. And then, whoops, sorry guys, I didn't mean to bump the camera. We have 12 by 10 pressed glass, 12 by 10.5 millimeter pressed glass leaf beads in green iris. I love it when they do this green iris. I mean, look at that. Look at that. These are so pretty. And look how heavy duty these are. Oh my gosh, they are so thick. They are just so pretty. I really need to do my nails, you guys. If I'm going to be doing this, I need to do my nails. I always have my hands in something, so I never think about doing my nails. But if it counts, I like to do my toenails. I know you guys don't see my feet. So here's this one. That's so pretty. Those leaves are just gorgeous. Okay, and then next is 20 pieces of 10 by 8 millimeter pressed glass leaf bead mix, jonquil and magma. Ooh, you guys, I love the magma. When I first saw that, I don't remember what bead box it was, but it had like all the sunny things in it, like all the sunshiny things. And there was so much of that it was just so pretty. But look at when you kind of turn it, you see a little bit of pink, a little bit of purple. Isn't that gorgeous? Like if you had this on a bracelet or something, you would just be shining and so sparkly. It's beautiful. All right, put that one aside. Then next we have 8 pieces, 10 millimeter crystal faceted barrel beads in green iris. And again, there's more of that green iris. And I just love that because look, if you look at these, it's almost like it's like purpley on one side and more green on the other. And these are so, look at that green. Oh, wow. Wow. I love those. Okay, and then next we have 4 millimeter crystal faceted bicone beads in the Magma AB, and it's a 13-inch strand. And these are the ones, like these came in a box before, and I jumped online immediately once I got the alert that the extras were on their sister store, and I had to order a couple strands because even though I've said on other things that I'm not crazy about bicones, I've only really started to use them. This color just, I don't know, it just made me so happy. It's so warm and it's a very inviting color, I think. All right, and then next we have a 53 millimeter brass leaf cutout pendant with real rose gold plating. So they did not skimp. This has real rose gold plating. Look at the detail on that. Look at all those little, and it's a little on the thin side, and it has like a little bit of a, I don't know if it's on purpose warp, but I'm digging it. I think it's great because leaves aren't flat, right? You know, they have a little curve to them. So if it was done on purpose, kudos, because you got the detailing right. If it was a happy accident, I'm thrilled. So there's that. And then next is 5 by 4 millimeter brass jewelry chain, 1 meter. And of course it's lead free, nickel free, and cadmium free. And it's a good amount. You know, 1 meter is quite a bit of chain. And it's a little bit lighter of a rose gold, which I don't hate. I love that. I think it's really pretty. And I like that it's like a finer chain. You know, I have a lot of big bulky chains and I love them too, but there's something that just feels so delicate, kind of like the falling leaves in the fall. It's so delicate and light, and it feels so nice. But it's sturdy too. It's sturdy, guys. All right, next is 18 by 10 millimeter brass leaf charms, and there's 10 pieces. So look at these. These are so pretty. Oh my goodness. And these have a curve to them. So I know that had to be on purpose because they all have them. Look at that. And they're thin, but oh my goodness, look at the detail. Can you even see that? These are beautiful. These are beautiful. Oh my goodness, I want to do something with all these leaves. I'm thinking while I'm talking to you guys, and I can't wait to make something. And I don't know if you guys do it too, but you're like, these ideas are swarming through your head, and you're like, I just need to sit down. I need to sit down right now, get my tools, and I can make something. And then it doesn't turn out exactly the way you thought it would, but you still love it. All right, so the next thing is 5 millimeters daisy spacer beads, and it's approximately 10 grams. And I love these daisy spacer beads. I don't think I can ever get enough. I'm always buying them, and I don't use a ton of spacers all the time, but I think that when I have a project that I'm making that I envision the spacers, I end up going through so many of them. So there's quite a few there, a lot there actually. So I'll put those back in the little bag. Oops, got a couple runaways. Get those. All right. And we have one last item here. So we have 3 sets of 20 by 26 millimeter toggle clasps, and they're in that rose gold finish as well, and they're so pretty. And look at that, I love the detail on these too. It's just not overly done. It's like simple but perfect. You know, I like to use busier toggles on very plain and like not plain, simple pieces. And then I like to use the more simple looking pieces on other items that have like a lot going on. So these are really pretty. Those are really pretty. Well, that's everything. So I am going to pause this, and I'm going to get my tools, and we'll be ready to go to try to make something really cool. I'll be back. Okay, everyone, I'm back, and I went and got my tools, and I got my head pins and eye pins and my jump rings in rose gold. And I was just kind of messing with this, and I was looking at it because I know that I really want to use this chain, and I really want to use this pendant, and I want to use some of each of these leaves. So I was just pulling them out, and I was trying to see if I maybe would do a necklace that had the leaves like dangling off the chain and coming down towards the pendant. And I'm thinking I might go that route. Or I was thinking about hanging them all off the pendant, but then I was like, no, I don't know. So I'm not sure how many of each of these I'm going to need, but I'm going to dig out quite a few just to see. So I'll do that real quick. Whoops. And I thought too that I could use one of these toggles to kind of like make it a lariat style. So that way one of this piece is hanging here, and then the other heavier pieces are going through. So maybe we'll experiment with that and see what we can do with that. But I do definitely know that I want these leaves everywhere, and I might just do the leaves. I am that fond of them, and I think they're that pretty. So I might just do them. We'll see. We'll start there and see what we want to do. So in order to make this to where I would like to have it, because I know that after seeing this, I am definitely going to want this necklace for myself. So I know where I kind of want it. So I'm going to cut it where I need it. And we will have a little bit of chain left over. Okay. See, we still have a little bit, and this would be great for on a bracelet. So, I mean, I don't waste anything, you guys. I mean, I save a lot of stuff, and I end up reusing it. I have so many little scraps of things that I think that maybe I'm a little bit overboard, but I feel like all this stuff would be a pity to waste any of it. So I'm going to grab some really tiny jump rings. So I believe these are 4 millimeter. They may even be smaller than that. So they're real tiny, and I'm just gonna get a little pile of them. So we'll get those. All right, and I'm gonna start by just making a bunch of simple loops on these. They're drilled top to bottom, so it shouldn't be too difficult to just do that. So I'm going to get out some head pins. And I don't have any ball head pins. All I have are the regular ones, which is fine. I'll have to see if they go through the bead all the way. And if so, then I'll use one of the pretty little magma bicones on the bottom to hold them on there. So I'm just gonna start doing that. And no, it looks like it's perfect. So nice. All right, so I'm going to just bend my wire straight over the top of my leaf, just like that. I'm always paranoid that I'm off camera. All right, and then I need to trim some of this off. So I'm just going to trim it off. If I put the bead right up to my nail kind of firmly, or up to my finger kind of firmly, and then trim off right next to the other side of my finger, that's usually right about perfect for me. So, and I believe it's like maybe 1/4 of an inch and maybe just a hair smaller. So I'll get my round nose pliers and I will just roll it back into a nice little loop. And you just want to make sure that little loop is closed all the way. And it looks good. It looks good. So we'll set him aside and we'll do a few more. And then I will go ahead and go off camera to finish some of these, but I want to get through about half of them before I do that. And that way you don't have to watch me do all of them. So again, just with it tight up against my finger, you can almost see my finger turning white there. I mean, it's not painfully up close to my finger, but it's close. And then I snip it and oops, put my little junk pile to the side. And then I put my round nose pliers at the end of it and I just give it a little twist back and twist back all the way to where it closes. You know, I remember when I did not like making simple loops, and I only liked making wrap loops because I could not make a simple loop to save my life. And I practiced and practiced and practiced. And I think it probably took me, and I'm not kidding, it probably took me an entire year to get them to where they're right. And I still have times where I'm cutting head pins because I messed them up, or I'm cutting eye pins because I messed it up and I can't get the wire straight enough for me to redo it. So, you know, it is what it is. Sometimes you have really good days with it. Sometimes you don't have such great days with it, but you can always redo it. And, you know, if you're like me and you are always looking for a way to be a little bit frugal with your craft, you watch for things for sales, and that's when you stock up on them so you have it and you don't have to worry about paying full price. I don't like to pay full price for anything unless it was something somebody handmade, because I know that they put everything they have into that item. All right, so let's do some more of these. And again, I don't really know how many I'm going to want or need, but I do know it's going to be a few, quite a few probably. So just put that in there. And I probably could use my looper for this, but it's all the way across the room, and I figured I'd just do this, and then I can always pause it, let you guys have a little break for me for a second, and then come right back after I'm all done, and you won't even miss a thing. So we'll just do a few more. You know, I was at work today, and my day job, I work from like 7:30 till 4, which isn't bad, but I've been going in a lot earlier because we've been so busy at work, and we're training some new people, which is such a blessing, and we've needed more bodies so desperately. So I've been training a girl, and she's so nice, and I keep thinking, I have just, I don't know, I have my days where I wake up and I'm just grumpy, and I'm angry because not everything is going my way, and it's really just selfish human behavior, honestly, is what it is. And I know that we're all allowed to feel like that every now and then, But I was thinking about it today at work, and I thought, my family, we have been blessed. Yes, we have been through some hard times. Like, I can sit down and I can relate to anyone really with, having like tragedies in your life. The one thing, and I know one day I'll talk about it, but I still relive a tragic thing that happened in my life, and one day I'll speak about it. It's just, I hold it near and dear to my heart right now, and everything's fine. Everything ended up turning out just fine, but it was a moment of, not a moment, it was probably about a good 6 months of just, it was really difficult. But in the grand scheme of things, I look back on it and I'm like, wow, okay, so this could have been worse than what it was. And I have to remember that God knows, like, everything that we're going to be, that is going to happen to us. I mean, everything. He knows everything. Even before, like my mom would say, a twinkle in her eye, and I just find that amazing. And it really gave me a moment today where I said, I have been blessed, so blessed. And I know that we all can live in a moment where things aren't going so well. There's somebody I know on Facebook right now who is not having an easy time, and I want to tell her, hey, you know what? It will get better. Trust in the Lord. It'll get better. Keep prayer in your life, because it helps. Not only does it help that you talk to God, but it helps that you're talking it out, and you're not talking about it to someone who can't help you. You're not talking to your sister about it or your brother about it. Take it right straight to the person who can help you fix it, and eventually it'll come out. So, speaking of all this, I got a little story to tell you. So when I married my first husband, I got married a month before my 19th birthday. I was a baby, and he was a baby. I mean, we were literally children. When I look at my 20-year-old son right now, I'm like, wait a minute, how did I get married that young? But of course, when I was 19, I felt like it wasn't young. I felt like I was a full-fledged adult, and I can use as much toilet paper as I want because no one's here to monitor it, right? So when I had moved down to Oklahoma, because he was in the military and we were stationed at Fort Sill, and this is like in 1993. That's when I got married, in 1993. We were living down there, and I didn't have a job yet, and we were living in this teeny tiny little one-bedroom apartment, and I did everything I could to make that apartment adorable and cute. And there was a little grocery store within walking distance and a Dollar General, and I remember being so excited there was a Dollar General nearby. That's before they became so popular and they were everywhere on every street corner. So I was really happy that there was something that was going to be in my budget that I could go to and buy things. And the one thing I was really excited to find were little scented votive candles and the little crystal candle holders, because I've always been a big fan of candles, and I couldn't afford to go buy, a $15 candle. My husband was an E1 private, and I think we were making maybe $800 a month, and then there was an extra $300 a month because he got married, so it wasn't a lot. Our apartment was $450. We had car insurance and a car that didn't have any payments, so we were lucky there. But we had all these other bills and stuff that we had to take care of and everything. So there was times where we didn't have enough food for a lot of groceries. So, we ate a lot. We ate really simple. We ate a lot of macaroni and cheese. We ate a lot of just macaroni. He would go, and when he would go to work on post, he would just eat lunch and breakfast at the mess hall, so it would save us from having 2 meals that he would have to eat. And sometimes he would even bring home, like he would smuggle a donut and bring it home for me to have a donut, because I never had treats because we just couldn't afford them. And the one thing, I'm getting closer to the end of the story, the really great part of the story, he would go out in the field and they would have these meals. They're called MREs, and if anyone's familiar with them or not, they're called MREs, and they are meals ready to eat. So basically what it is, it's a pouch that is sealed, and inside it has like a dinner that you can open up the baggie that it's in and eat it right out of the baggie. There's no need to heat it up. It has freeze-dried fruit, it has crackers, it would have peanut butter, it would have like a little thing of, sometimes like a little thing of M&Ms, a little thing of chiclets, a little hot sauce. And back then it was common to have like matches in it, and because people were smokers, a lot more smokers then than there are now, and like a little thing of toilet paper. I mean, it was just the coolest thing. Anyway, there were a couple of them that I really ended up liking, and you know, those guys all work together so well, and they know each other so well, and his BC ended up giving him a bunch of those to bring home. And you guys, we ate MREs for a long time, probably for a good month. And because, I mean, we wouldn't have had, I mean, that was food that actually had something in it. It had some protein in it. And I was never so thankful for food like that. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of choking up a little bit thinking about it. Yeah, it was a hard time, but when I look back on it now, I think about how happy those MREs made me. And when I told my kids all about it, and I would tell them, and my son would say, "Oh, Mom, you guys were so lucky that you had those. That's so cool." And you know what? He's right. We were so lucky we had those. You know, I mean, yeah, it's not what everybody would want to eat. You wouldn't go somewhere and say, "I want an MRE." No, I mean, but it was that or not eat, you know, and God provided somehow for us. And again, I'm just forever grateful about that. And I hope you guys liked my little story. I know it's probably kind of small and silly, but you know, those are the kind of things that I love. Like, I love memories like that. I love the memory of when I was a little girl and my mom couldn't afford to have the heat on a lot, and you know, because gas was really expensive, and she was a single mom with 2 kids, and in the morning when we get up and get ready to go to school, she would have the oven in the kitchen open, and she would hold on to a blanket, and she would have us get dressed out of our pajamas into our regular clothes in front of the oven with the blanket like around us, so we were nice and toasty. And you know, I just think about those small little acts of kindness that really make life special and make you think about how grateful you need to be for everything that you have been given. All right, so I think I started thinking about all that stuff because of me seeing someone struggling, and it's always okay to reach out and offer help. And it could even just be, you know, maybe you can't afford to help like financially, but if you live close by, maybe you could afford to make like an easy casserole or something and prepare it and have it and just bring it over there. And you can put it in one of those little throwaway tins, and you know, that would be something that's really thoughtful. And you know, it doesn't take much to make one of those. And it would be probably very appreciated by who's ever struggling. There's a lot of things you can do to show somebody you care and that you love. Even just having, you know, an open heart and an open ear for them can sometimes make it. All right, so I am gonna get ready to turn you around, I think, because I think I'm just gonna make a few more. I really want this thing to be so many leaves. So I think I'm gonna make more than what I have sitting here. And I already gave you a story, so I don't want to just spend the whole time talking your ear off. All right, so I'm going to pause you for a moment. I'm going to finish these up, and I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, I am back, and I have all my little leaves with the little head pins on them, and I will have more leaves available if I still need to add more or feel like I need to make it more leafy. So I took my chain and I ran it through my toggle like this. Okay, so I'm making kind of like a fake lariat, right? It's not really gonna be moving back and forth a lot or at all. So I'm going to do that, and I am going to use one of these jump rings to attach it to the top of this toggle. So I'm gonna find the opening, and again with jump rings you wanna open it back and forth so it's like this. If you open it like pulling it out, like opening it like the letter C, it's going to not, it's not good for the jump ring. It loses all of its integrity and it won't be nice and round anymore, and you'll have a hard time getting a good close on it. So I have this, both of these run through my jump ring, and now I'm gonna close it the same way I opened it, just push it back together. And then you wanna make sure you can feel it hit so there's no open seam there. All right, we got that. And then I wanna hook my leaf at the end of this chain. So I'm just gonna do that with another jump ring. And again, I'm just going to find the opening and twist it open, put on my leaf, and put on the end of my chain, and then close it. Sometimes when I see these big pendants like this, I immediately think of lariat style necklace. I don't know why. I know that they are great as just pendants on their own, or you can hang stuff from them and they're just beautiful. But I just automatically, it's like jumping to a conclusion, I think. Like I just automatically want to make like a lariat style necklace out of it. All right, so here's another jump ring, and we're just gonna start hanging these leaves on here. And yes, I'm gonna mix these in with it too. I want this to have a lot going on. I want it to be very full and very sparkly and just beautiful. And I have the perfect sweater I can wear with this, where it would just stand out gorgeous. And I plan on wearing this necklace tomorrow to work. So all the ladies love it whenever I wear something new that I've made, and I usually end up making them something too out of the bargain bead box. So it's kind of like my little gift for them. And it could even be just something small, but you know, I like to even just make them like a cute little pair of earrings, or you know, a cute little bracelet or something. And they're always just so excited to get something from me. So that's probably one of my favorite things to do, is to see how happy something that I made makes somebody. It makes me really happy. And I kind of feel like I'm a terrible business person, because I will sell my jewelry, and I have sold jewelry to people, but I give away way more than what I sell. And I think it's just because I love to see the smile that something like this brings to someone's face. Just any handmade gift. I can tell you that there are so many times I've gotten handmade gifts and just beautiful. Okay, so our youngest son has had the same girlfriend for a couple years, and last Christmas, she crochets. Last Christmas, she, you know, got everybody Christmas gifts, you know, cute little Christmas gifts. She's in college, so she's, you know, she's on her little budget too, you know, like everybody else. And I was blown away. She had made me, you know, the ring holders that you can get, they're usually like glass or ceramic, and they have like a little stand and you can put your rings on them, and then it has like the little dish that you can put all your other little stuff in, like your whatever else you wore that day or whatever. Well, she crocheted one, and it was a pink cat, and it has like the little wire in the tail that makes it, you know, stick straight up, and it's like round like this, and it has the two little ears and then the tail. And I freaked out. I told my husband, I said, oh my gosh, she must really care about me to make me something like that. And it melted my heart because, you know, not saying that everything else that she got everybody wasn't great because she bought it, but I thought, wow, she must really, really think I'm something special because look at what she did for me. I mean, it's just probably one of the most thoughtful things I've ever received. And she's a sweet girl, such a sweet girl. Very hard worker too. But I like to make gifts too. And I do it often. And I'm gonna try my best to keep giving you guys really different maybe gift ideas and stuff as I go through, because I don't feel like it's too soon to start thinking about it and start having things made and ready to go. We know that the holiday season just kind of flies by. I mean, you know, we're almost to the middle of October already. And, you know, next thing you know, we're all going to be sitting down to a Thanksgiving meal or another family traditional meal. And then it's going to be, the holidays are over and it's Happy New Year, everybody. And we're starting this whole year over again. So it just flies by so fast. So you want to start early and give yourself time to savor in the beauty of all the holiday traditions and things that you do with your family and friends. Give yourself some time during that time to rest. You know, you don't have to shop till you drop. I mean, you need to rest too. All right, we are going to fill this up. And you know what? It might not take that many leaves to fill up because these leaves take up some space because they're nice and chunky, and I like that. You know, I've said almost every month that this is going to be my favorite box. This is going to be my favorite box. This, hands down, has got to be my favorite box. There is no way that they could do any better than this for me. I love this one. And you know what? I am not a paid sponsor. I buy my Bargain Bead Box. I have it come out of my checking account every month. And I have to tell you that this one right here is, I don't know, I just love it. I'm so glad they used rose gold. So glad. I hope you guys like it as much as I do. I do have a question. So I did tell you my one story from long ago. I want to know, what was your favorite memory? And it can be anything, just your favorite memory. And it could be even a memory from last year, or it could be a memory as a child. Tell me what your favorite memory is and maybe why it meant so much to you, you know, because that would be something too. I'd love to see people write things about things that have touched them or made them happy or things that they love. You guys bring me a lot of joy when I read your comments and you have things to say. You know, it just brings me a lot of joy. It's so nice to be able to talk with, you know, even just through a comment to another human being that, you know, shares some of your same passions and dreams and, you know, maybe has some of the same joys and struggles as you. It's just nice. I appreciate all of you. I really do. And I feel like I found my home when I found Wendy's Facebook page and found Wendy. She made me feel like it was home. And then all of the people who belonged to her Facebook group made me feel like it was my home too. Even from day one, I never once felt like I shouldn't be here or I don't fit in here or I'm afraid to share what I made because they might think it's not great or they might think it's horrible, you know? I mean, the things that we do to ourselves, right? The things we say to ourselves. All right, we're just gonna keep hanging these leaves on, guys. So many leaves, and I'm just kind of doing it very random on here. I don't have any rhyme or reason how I want to do this. And I'm hoping it actually works the way I'm thinking in my head. I've made these style necklaces before, and sometimes they work out really great, and sometimes they're a flop. Like I don't know if it's because they don't have enough weight on one side or what, but yeah, sometimes they just flop. But I'm okay with it. I'll still wear it anyway. I'll still, wear it and be proud that I made it, and yeah. All right, so we still have quite a few to go here. And I hope this is not like watching paint dry. All right. So we are trying to plan our vacation, my husband and my vacation, with another couple friend of ours for like end of April, beginning of May of next year, to go to the Florida Keys. And we've been wanting to go for a couple years. And my one aunt, who has lived in Florida pretty much forever, she's also a travel agent, and so she was filling me in on some of the best keys to stay at for like beaches. And she said Key West isn't the best for a beach, but it's wonderful to go down and spend the day. And so we have like all these plans on what we want to do. And I know I've said before that I'm not really a hotel stayer. I love Airbnb because I love the privacy. And since we're going with another couple, we've found a few different keys, because we want to kind of jump around to a few keys that are like 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. So that'd be perfect to go with another couple. And then we have our whole like living space. And there's some that are right on the water. And, I can't help but think of Wendy. And I've watched all her beach videos, like all the ones where she would go get her shells, and just her walking on the beach, and just how much she loved it. It was just, I'm like, girl, I'm right there with you. I love it too. And I'm so excited to be able to go down there and do that. So we've been trying to look at things and price things out, and we've been trying to stash away extra money, and we're just really excited. We haven't taken a vacation in a couple of summers now. The last one we went on was 2 summers ago, when we took our 2 youngest to Virginia Beach. And that was an amazing trip. We drove there, and the drive there was fine because we left in the middle of the night. And at that time, my husband was working third, so he was used to being up in the middle of the night, and he drove like almost the whole way. I didn't have to drive until about 10 in the morning, and to let him rest, so that was good. And then we got there at around like 2, so that wasn't so bad. But man, I tell you, that drive home, when you just want to get home at some point, and you're so tired of being in the car, it's so hard. So I do love going on car trips like that, but I think it was a good 14-hour drive. I mean, it wasn't a short drive, but it was so worth it when we were there, because we were there for about 5 or 6 days. And Virginia Beach, it was great. It was fun, and the beaches were so beautiful. And you could see dolphins just standing on the beach. I mean, they were just everywhere. They would be playing out in the ocean, and it was just so cool to see. If any of you live in Virginia Beach area, you have a great place to live. I just want to tell you that. It's a beautiful place to live. We are getting close to being done hanging these things, guys, and then we'll just have to figure out the rest of our necklace. So we're getting so closer to my mom being able to move here, my mom and my brother, and I am just getting so excited. My mom told me, she said, because the place that she's moving into, the home she's moving into, has this walk-in closet in the master bedroom that has all these little cubbies, and she wants to get those little canvas like baskets and trays to put in them, to be organized and put stuff in them. And she said the first thing I want to do when I get unpacked is I want you and I to drive down to Canton, Michigan and go to IKEA. And I said, okay, I don't have a problem doing that. So we're looking forward to going to plan like a day trip to drive down to Detroit area and have some lunch and go to IKEA. And my husband joked around with me and said, now you know we don't need anything from IKEA, right? And I said, yeah, you're right. I know we don't need anything from IKEA. And then I smiled at him, and he knows I'm going to come home with something that I find there. And it's inevitable. So I always find something that I could need or want. And the one thing I have been looking for, honestly, is some inexpensive ways to store some of my craft stuff. So I know that he plans on putting a pegboard up for me, which I hope that we can do that sooner than later. And I still need, I need some shelving and the little things to go in the shelves and the little baskets and stuff like that. I just feel like right now I have such a mismatch of stuff, and I keep changing where I'm keeping things because I can't decide how I want to store my stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't use this very often. Well, then I find out, no, I actually do use it more often than I think. And I'm like, well, I can't put everything at my workstation because I don't have room for it all at my workstation. So I'm trying to map it out, actually on a piece of paper, and trying to figure out how I want this to be. So if anybody has any great ideas on, maybe what do you do with all your stuff? I mean, I know that this, even though the beads and bead supplies are really tiny, it takes up a lot of room because there's so many different ones. And depending on how you store things, like right now I'm storing everything by color. I don't have any of my gemstones separated. I don't have any of my check glass separated. I just have everything in packages by color. Well, in drawers, but they're all in their own individual package. And most of them are labeled. I still have some stuff from back when I first started when I didn't know that labeling really actually helps. So there's some stuff that is, I can kind of tell what it is, but then I kind of question myself. So I don't have some things labeled. And it seems like the color thing is working out for me, but I haven't figured out a great way to store everything else. I'm out of drawers, basically. So if you guys have any great ideas, or maybe if you have any Pinterest pages or something that you think that would be helpful to me, let me know, because maybe I'm just not searching for the right keywords to find what I need. I mean, right now this room is atrocious, and it's a hot mess. There's stuff everywhere right now because I jump from one project to the next, and sometimes I don't fully clean up my workspace, and I just shove it all off to the side. And then on one of the weekends, I'm like, oh man, I really got to clean this. And then it takes me twice as long to clean it. But you wouldn't know that it was like that because I keep the rest of my house very clean and very picked up. So I don't know. I guess because I know I can shut the door to this room and no one's going to see it, it's okay. All right, let me see where I might be missing some beads. Let's look at this. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm really, well, maybe through here. There's a little bald spot. So let me hang this one here. And maybe another one of these leaf charms. And I'll try it on for you guys at the end too, so you can see where it lands on me and see if you like it. Okay, no, you know what? I actually think I love it just the way it is. It's very pretty. Very, very pretty. Okay, so next is the other end of the necklace, and I know that you still need to have a little bit of weight to it, so I am going to hook this on first, the other end of my toggle. Oh, that ring's a little bit chunkier than the other one. Okay, and then hook this on. I'm struggling with these jump rings today. See, and then it's just supposed to go through and just hook in the front there, just like that. So I'm debating whether or not I want to do anything here. Maybe just hang like a couple. Okay, I'm struggling with this one right now. I think maybe I might need to do this the other way. There we go. Nope. So I think I need to really fake it and just hook it together, because this is big enough to where it would go over my neck. So I think I need a bigger jump ring. Actually, maybe I don't even do that. Let me think about this for a second. Maybe I leave that just like that and do the toggle in the back. Hold on, we're gonna rethink this real quick. We're gonna make this work. It's going to work. Let me find the opening to this again. Where is it? There it is. Okay. See, this is why I like doing this, because I don't always make the right decision the first time. We're going to change this up a little bit, because I really just want this to hang correctly. So we have this hanging from there. I want this side to come through there, so that they're both on their own jump ring. It's actually long enough for me to just slip it over my head. I wouldn't even need to do anything else with it. But you know what? It does need just a little bit of something coming through here, not a lot. And I think that I'm sorry for bumping that. I think I actually want to use some of these faceted aventurine beads for that. I'm going to use a few of those, not too many. I don't need too many. And then maybe a few of these little magma ones, because these are just amazing. Like about 5 of those. Am I the only one that likes odd numbers? I don't know what it is about odd numbers, but I love them. All right. So let's make some more simple loops, simple loops. Okay. Ooh, that one's a really soft one. That surprised me a little bit. I wonder how that happened. All right. So, yeah, it's getting close to being dark really early now. I'm so used to in the summer when it's like light out till like 9:30 at night. And I heard somewhere that they were thinking about not doing the daylight savings time this fall. And I really hope they do that, because I don't know. I know we don't really need it like we used to back in the day. Like, I know it has something to do with, I think my mom told me it had something to do with farming and stuff like that, where people needed the daylight savings time to do what they needed to do. You know what, I might throw on a couple of these carnelians too, because these striped ones are looking at me. We don't really use it, I mean, anymore. I don't know. I think I like it that if we wouldn't have it. I know there's places where they don't do it. I wonder if any of you where they don't have daylight savings time, when you set your clock forward or back, if you can tell me, I mean, if you had it before, maybe, and then they changed it and you don't have it anymore, has it affected you in any kind of way, positive or negative? Because I'd be curious to know. I kind of feel like there wouldn't be anything negative to get out of it. Like, I feel like it would be just nothing but positivity, honestly. I don't know, but I guess we'll see. I haven't seen anything about it yet, and usually we have that time change in November. So I guess we'll wait and see what November brings. All right, I decided to add some of these carnelian ones on here too. Maybe just giving the bottom of this chain, like before you get to the little toggle, we'll give it some more, I don't know, like length too, maybe. I wish I had some more time tonight, because I would definitely make like a cute pair of earrings too to go with it, but maybe that'll be another day. I have a lot more stuff to make. That's the thing with these too, you guys. Like, there's so much stuff in it, and there's only been a couple boxes that I've completely used it all up, like within the month, like every last bead. Some of the other ones, there's always like maybe like a half a package or so of this or that I just didn't use, and I set aside because I'm like, oh, I'll use that again with something else probably, and I'll end up using it later. But some of these I just get so excited about that, like this one, I know for a fact I am gonna have to use every single last ounce of supplies that's in here, because it's just all so pretty. All right, I'm gonna need to grab a few more jump rings out of my little jump ring container. We're almost to the point where I get to try it on, you guys, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited, I can't wait to put it on. All right, so I'm gonna hang this one here, right here, I think. Yeah, I like that. You know, it's a good thing that my family knows what I'm doing when I'm in here, because if they just walked by and heard me talking out loud, I think they would probably be concerned about me. But I always make the announcement, you guys, I'm gonna go record a video for YouTube, so, you know, hopefully it'll cut down any interruptions or whatever. You know, and of course they can always interrupt me, they're my family, I'll, you know, stop anything for them. But you know, hopefully it'll cut down a few interruptions, or maybe even extra noise that's going on throughout the house. It doesn't stop the animals though, they don't care. They don't care. They have no idea what we're doing, and all they know is that you're not paying attention to them, and that's all they really care about, is that they want that attention. All right, I need a few more jump rings, and then we are just about done. I'm sorry this necklace was taking me so long, but I hope it was worth the wait for you guys, because I think it's gonna be so pretty. And I want to see what you guys do with that pendant, because, you know, I look at that pendant and I'm like, gosh, you know, there's something that you could do to really like dress that up like so much. But I look at it and I'm like, I don't know. Do you glue something on it? Do you know, dangle things from all the little veins in the leaf? I mean, I want to know what you guys are going to do with it. I want to know, like, just if you do something amazing with that, or if you don't even think it's amazing, but somebody else would probably think it's amazing, can you show us? Can you go to the Wendy's Facebook page and share it with us? Because I really want to see it. I really want to see what you do with it. Oh my goodness, why can I not get that one? There we go. Okay, I got one last bead to put on, and I am gonna try this on. I'm gonna pause it and spin you guys around and get this necklace on. I have to take off my other necklace that I'm wearing, but just don't mind my earrings. They're not gonna match my necklace. They're going with the necklace that I have on currently. That one needs to go here. Okay, everybody, I am going to pause this now, and we're going to do the big reveal. And I hope it looks as good as I think it does in my mind. So I'm gonna pause you real quick and I'll flip you around. Okay, I'm back. So I'm sorry, it's gonna have to be the long way so that when I stand up, you can see the necklace. So it does just go right over my head. And so that's where it hangs. And I think that it turned out really cute. Like, I really like it. I think it's really pretty. I like the length of it. I kind of feel like I could have added more to it. Maybe going up a little bit, and I might still do that. Or I might even cut the back, and so I can wear it up a little bit higher. I don't know. But I think this is a good start. And I think that if I messed around with it a little bit more, that maybe, just maybe, I could make it exactly the way I wanted it. But not bad. Let me get closer to you so you can see how it hangs. Pretty. All right, everybody. Well, have a great rest of your week, and I'll be connecting with you again soon. And God bless, and be safe. Bye.